And welcome once again to Marital Vows to Verdict. So today we are going to address some challenges in marriages, and it is so prominent that a lot of marriages are going through these things in one way or the other. And we are going to address them and also relate them with the law. We're going to relate them with the law, what the law says about them, and what are the actions the law take against them. And then we're going to discuss on domestic violence. Now, we've talked about marriages, we've talked about how to get married. Now let's talk about how to stay in the marriage. Domestic violence in the home, and also lack of maintenance in the home. Yes, lack of maintenance in the home. Now, number one we're going to go with is domestic violence. Now, the VAP laws provide that domestic violence could include physical abuse, mental abuse, economic abuse, sexual abuse. Now, all these things, the VAP law kicks against them. That's Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act. It kicks against all these things. Now, when you are going through these things in your marriage, now, the law permits you to go to any of the courts around your vicinity. You complain to them, whether you are the man or the woman, because some men go through a lot of domestic violence that most of them don't talk about it, because the society where they find themselves makes it look as if when you begin to complain, then you are not the man. No, it doesn't work that way. There are some women that actually strong enough to beat, molest, intimidate, and do all that to men as well. So now the law says when you're going through these things, you can go to the court near you and file a complaint. I know that here some persons, after these complaints are filed, it affects their marriages. But you know what? I tell people that come to me concerning domestic violence, I tell them it's better to be alive than to die for love or die in that marriage. It doesn't pay. It's like, this popular phrase that said, now who die lose. It is who dies that loses. It is not the person that is alive. If you go, the person will marry another person. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you're going through, I sincerely appreciate people that come around to talk to me about emotional abuses. Yes, emotional abuse is something that eats up people. When you're emotionally abused, you cannot survive. You begin to dry up. It affects you. It affects your composure. It affects your person. So you need to speak up on these things. Yes, as much as the law frowns at divorces, the law does not. I told you in some of our videos back, we said when you even get married, it takes 2 years before the law considers you for divorce, before you can file for divorce, except on special circumstances. So now, when you are in this thing, the law doesn't say stay there and die in it. No. When it comes to domestic violence, we have had cases where the woman brings the man to court for domestic violence, and it is a crime. It is a crime to hit someone, to touch someone. It is a crime. The law frowns at it. It is a crime. It is a serious crime. And if it is taken up, you could go to jail for it. For beating someone, you could go to jail for it. So Violence Against Persons Act, VAP, and prohibition and all that. It says do not, emotional, economical, physical abuse is not permitted. It's not permitted. So those of us that have made it a custom, some persons, they will beat them, they will remain in the marriage. Some persons will be going through a lot, they will remain in the marriage. Well, the Marital Vows to Verdict is not here to encourage divorce. No. When we get to divorce proper, we'll talk about this. Marital Vows to Verdict is not, if you notice from our previous videos, we kick against it. That's how we say, do your research very well before you go into it. When you're seeing a red flag and from the relationship, this person is already beating you, What are you staying in that relationship for? Yes, there are laws that protect you, but if you die, what will the law do? How is the person will go to jail? The person will be sentenced to death. But you've gone. Your own story has ended. So while you are in that marriage, domestic violence is not a good thing. It's not a good thing, please. It's not a good thing. See, abuse is not a good thing. Emotional abuse is not a good thing to go through. You can go to court. Go to anywhere that the law, because some of these laws, they've not been domesticated in some states in Nigeria. But where this law is applicable, like Abuja, yes, it is applicable full in Abuja, Nigeria. So if you're going through domestic violence, just go to court and file just to protect yourself. Protect yourself. And the law is so strict when it comes to that. Because families, lives have been lost as a result of domestic violence. There was a case we got recently. The story was it was posted on our platform, Feeder. Yes, and the pregnant woman, heavily pregnant, was beaten by her husband as she died. Hers has ended. Hers has ended. Her story has ended. So do not allow that to take place in your own marriage before you will learn. Before you will learn. There's a video that circulated online. I think sometimes in November or so, about a woman with a swollen eye. And is it the neighbors or the church members alerted some security persons, and they went over to her house, and they were even questioning her. She was so nonchalant. Now these are the kind of people that they believe that no, he will change, he will get better. Is it when you die in there? Speak out. See, there are platforms now that fight for women. There are platforms that stand for women. There are platforms that speaks for women. So come out, say it as it is. There are lawyers that will assist you. There are lawyers that will help you. We have lost a lot of women. We have lost a lot of men. We have lost a lot of men. There was a marriage in Kano that just after 2 weeks, I be 2 months after the marriage, the lady stabbed the man in Kano. The lady stabbed the man to death. Even if the law will take effect on that person, which the Lord will definitely do. But that life has been lost. That person has gone. So when it comes to domestic violence in marriage, marital vows to verdict, kick against it strongly. We don't encourage it. As much as we encourage the union to remain together, the love to grow, we do not encourage domestic violence of any form, of any kind, sexual, physical, economical, whatever form it comes, we do not encourage it. Now, the second thing we're going to talk about is lack of feeding and maintenance in marriage. Lack of feeding and maintenance in marriage. If you check our YouTube page, there was a story I posted a while ago about a Supreme Court judgment that delivered judgment in favor of the woman, where she came to apply for maintenance. The woman has been suffering in the home. Imagine being married, then your basic needs, the children's needs, clothing, feeding, all of this are not being met. Now, people that suffer this a lot, my heart goes out to them, are where to run to for help. Marital you can run to for help. We have lawyers that can assist in the little way we can. That is what marital vows to verdict is for. We are here to be a voice. There are other gathering of lawyers where they take up issues like this in order to help people that are undergoing some of these things, people that are going through some of these things. So now, Under the law, under the Child's Rights Act, it is your duty as a parent to provide the basic need for your child. Feeding, clothing, housing. These things are and school. These things are the basic things your children or your child needs. So the law says, as a parent, so long as you decided to carry out the acts that brings the child into this world, you also have a duty. You have a duty to take care of this child. So now, if you willingly or decided not to carry out these your responsibilities, then the law makes you to do it by force. The law will make you to carry out this duty, this assignment by force. Even the Bible makes us to understand that it is for you not to be able to provide for your family is worse than infidel. For you not to be able to provide for your family, provide the basic needs for your family, it is a sin. So as a parent, you that have the ability to provide, you ought to do that. You ought to do that. The law frowns at it. So you could be punished. Court could give an order mandating you to provide those basic needs. Funny enough, the law even covers for when the marriage is at that stage of separation. You will still cover for the needs of your wife till maybe final separation. Then if there are children involved, then you will take care of those children till they are 18 years of age. Their schooling, everything is on you. That is what the law says. Pay, you must pay for maintenance, you must pay for basic needs of your spouse while in the course of that marriage. You that could afford it, you that can afford it. Most of us believe it is only the man that ought to provide for the family. How about in a situation where the man doesn't even have, the woman has? The society has made it to look as if when the woman provides for the family, she has taken over the home. She's now the head of the family. It's not like that. As a woman, you should know what to do to be able to help, to be able to assist, to be able to meet up these basic needs. So welcome to Marital Vows to Verdicts. And if you're yet to subscribe, please hit the subscription button. Like we told you in all our videos, yes, Marital Vows to Verdict is a place where you come and learn about your marriage. It's a place where we grow, we train, we teach, we discuss on issues that affect marriages, on proper marriages, which one is proper, which one is improper. And then once again, thank you for watching, and I remain Victoria Adinya, a legal practitioner in Nigeria. So see you in our next video.